Hey, greetings everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. Welcome to Bluegrass from the basement. Today I want to talk about Billy Strings. I want to talk about his new album that was released Friday, give you a little bit of a background on this dude, and show you my Billy Strings albums and CDs and my thoughts on this guy. First of all, let me start by saying he is my number one favorite artist today as we speak. Um, he was as a bucket list of concerts I want to see. Billy Strings was at the top of my list. I'm in Canada. He wasn't coming up here at all. I finally caved and I bought tickets to see him at Pine Knob Theater just outside of Detroit on October 4th this year. I'm so excited. I'm wishing my summer away. I'm dying to see this concert. So, Billy just released this album on Friday. Let me take it out of my plastic bag here. Billy Strings, Live, Volume 1 on the Reprise label. Great inside cover, nice collage. I'm also a huge fan, being a banjo player, I'm also a huge fan of Billy Failing, his banjo player. I think he's amazing. Um, some great cuts on here. Dust in a Baggie, which is kind of, I guess, his most famous song, probably. Um, Away from the Mire, which is from the Home album, which was the Grammy winner for Best Bluegrass Album in 2021. Long Forgotten Dream, also off that album. Heartbeat of America, which I think is on Renewal. Um, a song called Dos Banjos. Fireline, Rubens Train, Turmoil, and Tinfoil, which is a title track from one of his albums. And Richard Petty. Really strong live album, man. Full of energy, great sound. I highly suggest you check this out. Now, in Canada, for some reason, I bought the vinyl. The CD, the vinyl came out the day it was supposed to be released on Friday. And the CD, for some reason, is not available till August 5th to the 15th or something on Amazon. I don't get it, but usually a CD is the first out, and it's hard to get vinyl. I'll show you for those who are into the record collecting thing. We have to show the label. There's the kind of traditional Reprise label. Like I said, the pressings are good. Sound quality is fantastic. The playing is incredible. So, first of all, let's just go over a bit of history of Billy for those of you who are not familiar. He was born in 1992, and his real name is William Apostle. Um, he got the name Billy Strings from his aunt because he was playing all these instruments, and she said, "Ah, Billy Strings." So that's where he got that from. That's kind of cool. Um, his father died. He had kind of a tough life when he was young. His father died when he was 2 years old of a heroin overdose. His mother eventually remarried to a guy named Terry Barber, who was a bluegrass musician, more of an amateur bluegrass musician. And he right away turned Billy onto like Doc Watson and pretty much everybody you can name in bluegrass. He got Billy interested in at a very early age, which had a big impact on him, obviously. Um, Not only that, he made sure that Billy knew all the great classic rock artists, Hendrix and Black Sabbath and all that. Billy turned into a huge metalhead. And I think he played in a metal band for a while. He's a great guitar player, not just acoustic bluegrass guy, but there's a video out there of him doing a version of War Pigs, so the Black Sabbath song. So um, anyway, um, unfortunately, when Billy was like 10, 11, just preteen, his parents got involved in methamphetamines, became meth addicts. He ended up leaving the home at 13 years of age and just kind of looking after himself. And he fell into the drug alcohol thing too, became an addict. Eventually, Billy and his stepdad, and who he considers his real father, and um, his mother, they all cleaned up. They're all happy and healthy and sober now, which is awesome. Uh, Perfect. Um, Yeah, that's about all I got for him. But anyway, and then so how did I end up discovering Billy Strings? I was hearing the name, and he's all over YouTube. You can't help if you put on your YouTube videos. Billy Strings is everywhere, and I heard the name, and I kind of I just didn't pay any attention to it, and I got Bela Fleck's album, My Bluegrass Heart, which is one of my favorite albums of all time. This came out in 2021, I think. And Billy Strings is on this album, and as soon as you get the Bela seal of approval, I'm in. Like, as soon as I see Bela's playing with somebody, I'll check it out, because Bela's like one of my favorites. So anyway, then I started to check him out, and was like, wow, this guy's incredible. Immediately went nuts. Um, Here are the albums that I have of Billy Strings. First of all, we talked about Home being a Grammy winner in 2021. That's the album that I picked up first. I picked up the CD, loved it so much that I bought the vinyl too. One of my favorite albums of all time. I love this album. It's fantastic. I just about wear it out every day. Amazing. Next, Renewal or Turmoil and Tinfoil, which I only have on CD. Great record. On the Line's a great song. Meet Me at the Creek is fantastic. Yeah, amazing album. And again, the guy doesn't put out a bad album. He did an album with his dad, his stepdad, or whatever you want to call him, called Me and Dad. I have it on CD, not on vinyl. There they are playing together. Billy is a young man. This is really a traditional bluegrass album. If you just like traditional bluegrass, you will freaking love this album. Some great guests playing on here. Jerry Douglas, the McCoury brothers, to name a couple. They do some great tracks on here. Long Journey Home, Way Downtown, Little White Church, Dig a Little Deeper in the Well, Little Cabin Home on the Hill. Great traditional bluegrass album from Billy and his dad. And Renewal, which I also have on CD. I didn't bring it out, but what a great album this is. Renewal's fantastic. The first two tracks especially really intrigue me for some reason. I really think they're awesome. But this album has the song Heartbeat of America, which is on the live album, which is a great track. Know It All and Secrets, the opening two songs, are freaking awesome. Excellent album. This right behind Home is my second favorite Billy Strings album. He also just recently is a guest artist on this amazing album from Tony Trischka called Earl Jam. If you don't have this album, you need it. This is inspired by jam sessions at Earl Scruggs' house in the 80s, I believe, where Tony Trischka turned on a tape recorder and taped the jams with John Hartford and Earl and whatever. Just recently, Tony discovered that he had all these tapes, went listening to them. Earl never wanted the tapes released, so out of respect for Earl, what Tony did is go through the tapes, transcribe Earl's playing on some songs, and then made a CD inspired by Earl's playing on the tracks that they jammed on. There's some great tracks on here. A song called Chinese Breakdown, which is really good. But they do Roll On Buddy, Freight Train Blues, Casey Jones, Dooley, Cripple Creek, Amazing Grace, the version of Lady Madonna, Bury Me Beneath the Willow, Little Liza Jane, San Antonio Rose. It's a great album from Tony Trischka. Awesome. That's pretty much all I got to say about Billy Strings. I hope if you're not listening to him, you should be. He's amazing. I don't even care if you're not a bluegrass fan. Give him a listen. He's kind of crossing, and he's selling out arenas and amphitheaters, and really bringing bluegrass introducing it to a whole new younger generation who are really digging this dude. So, thanks all for watching. Please give me some thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. I know there's some bluegrass fans out there somewhere, and I really appreciate if you hang in there with me. And if you have any comments or anything you want me to talk about, I'd be happy to do so. Take care. Thanks.